Well, what's up, YouTube? Chrono here. Yeah, this is a bit of a weird video. Apologies if I pulled you in with the title. I'm gonna get rid of the clickbait fairly quickly. There's nothing too much going on. Just wanted to give you guys a little bit of an update. What's been up with me recently? If you guys follow my streams and things like that. So I mean, I had a script, I had an idea, kind of went through all this in my head, and yeah, all of that just went right out the window. So we're just gonna kind of go off the top of our head here, as we do with a lot of other videos. I was planning on actually recording something for PSO2 uh, right before doing this, and just decided to hold off on that because I wanted to get this video out first. So if you guys follow the stream, you know that I haven't been live like for almost 2 weeks now. Honestly, it hasn't really been anything in particular. It's just I've been overwhelmed, completely overwhelmed actually. Those who don't know my day-to-day life, I work a 9 to 5, as most people do, as most other streamers do, actually. So I start my day around 7 a.m. I go to work about 8:30, and I am there till around 5:30 p.m. So most of our day is, standard 9 to 5 sort of situation. I guess 8:30 to 5:30, if you want to be exactly correct. On top of that, we also have YouTube content as well as streaming. And top of that, I also have, and it's funny to say this, a personal life as well. But balancing all of that has been fairly difficult recently. I have run into trouble trying to make sure that I make time not only for my content, for streaming, making sure I keep up with work, as well as time for my significant other skulls. And then on top of that, time for myself just to decompress. Don't really talk too much about like what I do for work, but part of it is customer service based, and it's in a way that it's a bit draining by the end of the day, depending upon how your day goes. And to be perfectly honest, it's more days like that than not. There are very few days where I don't feel like I'm just ready to like lay in my bed and just kind of turn my brain off for at least an hour. The reality of the situation is that there's no time for that. The way that we worked as far as streaming went, as far as YouTube content and everything else keeping up, was that for a while it was wake up, uh, have some coffee, feed the cat, work all day long, take about half an hour to 15 minutes to just kind of check in with skulls and chill for a second, and stream for about 4 hours. And then it was work on a YouTube video for about an hour and then go to sleep. And that was on repeat, just about every day for a while there. And while I do enjoy my time streaming, it is still in part that sort of social experience where I don't just get to turn my brain off and play a game. I'm partially entertaining. I'm answering questions. We're having conversation. Well, that's part of what I love about streaming, but it is also taxing. It does also drain me a bit. So when I get to a point where I want to play a new game, it's tough to like pump that into a stream and just kind of go. Especially when those of you guys who know the process with smaller channels, growth is not easy. It's not a simple process on Twitch. It's mostly on other platforms, mostly on YouTube, TikTok, things of that sort, meaning that's just more time to dedicate outside of something that I enjoy doing. At heart, I prefer to stream. That's what I like to do. I like to just be live, having chats with you guys, talking, things like that. I'm not very big on YouTube. I made YouTube videos because they were useful. Originally, I made YouTube videos because they were questions to answers, or answers to questions I did not see and I wanted to get. And when I finally got them, I thought to myself, well, there's other people who probably want those same answers. And that's kind of what the birth of my YouTube channel was. That's kind of where it really pushed forward into PSO2 content, was when I don't see someone else doing something that I wanted to happen. I figure, you know what, if I've got the answer, might as well do it myself. Now that's kept me primarily in the PSO2 space. I've branched out little pieces here and there. I really wanted to push into Tower of Fantasy. That was actually a lot of fun, but I'll be honest with you guys, I can't afford it. Like the way I wanted to play that game, the way that we would have grown the channel, it's not something that I can physically afford to do. Not, I mean, between paying for my own account as well as paying with Skulls' account, both of us together. Granted, we're both working on it together. It's just not something that's feasible at this point in time. Not to say that you have to spend money to become a great creator in that game or anything along those lines, but realistically speaking, in my skill set and how I like to play games, that's what I would need to do. That's how I would excel, and that's how I'd push forward, is being able to get a hold of basically every piece of every piece of gear and upgrade that I possibly can. I love to min max. I love to push myself as far as I possibly can. So that's how I play games. Of course, min max within my specific, I guess rules that I give for myself, right? Like I like using dual blades, things of that sort, twin swords. So as long as I can make my archetype, I enjoy playing the game itself, and I want to push that as far as it possibly can. And the unfortunate truth was that I quite literally could not afford that in that game. So unfortunately, took a step back, and I don't know that I'll be pushing into that game again anytime soon. It was a lot of fun. Again, I enjoyed the heck out of it, but it was just too expensive to play the way I wanted to. And that's not a dab at it or a jab at it. Game's fun. You don't have to spend that kind of money just to have a good time, but playing it free to play realistically is you're just a support. You're there to help tax the whales, and the whales are there to carry you. And I'm not a huge fan of that style of gameplay, so I just took a step back. That's me, and that's all I'm going to talk about it. But either way, that's kind of the first departure I've had from the channel where I really enjoyed it. It's not something I could keep sustained. I'm going to be looking for other options, other things to push into. One space I do see that doesn't have a lot of information that I did learn quite a bit about was PSU. Probably making some videos for Clementine that'll probably help out some new players with some of the same issues that I personally had when I first started playing. And that's pretty much the end of that sentence. I get that's something we're going to probably do, as well as push into other MMOs that'll be coming out. You guys have probably seen a few reaction videos that have popped up on the channel. We will be covering Brew Protocol when that releases. I'm gonna take a look at that Wild Starlight game, or I guess it's not really Wild Starlight. It's well, I can't think of the name of it, and it's gonna bother me. Hold on a sec. Wayfinder. It was Wayfinder. I opened up one browser, didn't even look it up, and I just remembered it all of a sudden. But yeah, so we'll be looking at that. We'll be looking at I think Dragon's Nest has got some other game that's coming out. Basically, action MMOs or action RPGs, things like that. We'll be covering and taking a look at. Probably mostly on Twitch. I know it's not the best to kind of jump around when it comes to games to trying to get push forward, but honestly, I don't care anymore. I really don't. I don't care about trying to push for partner things of that sort. I have more power to my friends that have. That's awesome, and I'm super proud of you guys. But if I do something like that, I'm just never going to enjoy streaming anymore. So we're gonna take a step away from that and just have a good time. Those of you guys that are here to have a good time, by all means, feel free to join the streams. You don't have to do much, just follow. It allows you to chat and all that stuff. And I hate having that follower only thing on, but it's pretty much a requirement at this point in time on Twitch to keep people from well, one, to remind people to follow the channel, and to keep most bots from getting into the channel itself. I can't say you'll see anything like ads or anything like that pop up on Twitch a whole lot. If it becomes a situation where we got to put bread on the table, we got to put food on the table, we will. But it's something that we'll kind of cross that bridge as we come to it. YouTube ads aren't going to be changing anytime soon. I have a very, very strong stance on how those should work. So you guys get one at the very start, and that's it. That's all you're going to have to deal with. If YouTube ever does something different to make it a bit more friendly, then I will be more than happy to adjust that. But I don't want to make that a difficult viewing experience for you guys. That's not the whole point of the channel itself. You will see some stuff outside of PSO2. And by the time this video goes live, we're actually going to be streaming over on Twitch. I've got some things to take care of on PSU, and I'll probably be playing some Destiny. That's mostly what I've been doing these past 2 weeks, is playing Destiny and actually just enjoying just being a gamer for a bit. And it's been pretty liberating. It's actually really nice. So we'll be playing some Destiny on stream. I know it brings it in my creator space, but that's just something I'm gonna have to start doing. Is the things I just enjoy doing on my free time. I think I'm just gonna stream those things regardless of how well or poor they're gonna do. And together we'll just kind of, if it's an L, we'll eat that L, dude. That's totally fine. But I just wanted to have a chat with you guys, let you know what's going on, let you know my thoughts. These aren't going to be very common. These are kind of little one-off videos that'll pop up here and there whenever something's going on, because I feel like I owe you guys an explanation. Most of you guys over here on YouTube and those of you guys over on Twitch, you guys are my family. So I want to make sure that you guys know what's happening. I don't want to just disappear on you and have you all concerned. Those of you guys who support me, even during these downtimes where I'm just kind of like bleh, don't want to do anything, I really appreciate it. It means the world to me. You guys are awesome. And yeah, no, I'll see all of you guys over on Twitch. And if you guys don't go over to Twitch, I will see you in the comments. Take care, everyone. Peace out.